What's going on? We're back. Episode number 9 of the Basement Podcast. We were supposed to have Killian as well, but he was late for work, so we're back. We got Isaiah Morrissey. How we doing, Izzy?
Pretty good. How we doing?
We're chilling. So who are you today, dude? Like, what's your age? What college you going to? What you trying to do at college?
I'm 18, and I'm going to Roger Williams University with Dan Stedman. And no, I'm doing business management in college. I'm just gonna chill, no sports or anything.
Yeah. Okay, that was my main question. So you're not planning on doing any sports?
Nah, I'm gonna do intramurals, but nothing like serious.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, I got you, dude. So business management. Are you going there for 4 years, or like are you gonna try to get like a master's or something?
I'm gonna try to get my MBA. They have this 5-year plan, so.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably just go with that.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's good. Let's see, bro. Let's talk about this. I didn't get to talk about it. I wish Killian was here to talk about it as well. But like the spike ball tournament, I never got to make the video for it.
I know.
But how was it, dude? Like, how did it start up?
It was intense. It really was. It started up slow a bit. There were some decent teams, and then when all like kind of trash teams were out.
Dude, me and Eli made a run. I was a cameraman, and I ended up stepping
Eli was
up.
So happy to get you on his team.
Yeah.
Like he just wanted a decent teammate.
Yeah.
But yeah. Once all the kind of bad teams were out, it was a really intense tournament. Me and Will beat Killian and Andrew, Fremont Smith at the end. Championship. Went all the way to the final game, 3 sets, and we lost 19-21 at the end.
Damn.
Yeah.
That clip you guys saw in the beginning at the intro was like just one of like just picture like a whole day full of like not like that intense but like a lot of like a step down from that, but like all day long. When did it start up? When was the first spike ball tournament? The first Morrissey spike ball tournament?
I think it was 2 years ago at Killian's graduation party.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And then we did one last year just for the tournament to keep it
for
going.
Fun, yeah.
And then we did one for my graduation party this year.
Is it only gonna keep getting better?
Oh yeah.
You think?
Competition, more numbers.
Better competition, better numbers, dude. We gotta get a 6. You gotta get even like a crazier setup. We should set up a PA system, bro. That's not hard.
Yeah.
If you get JBL speakers, you can literally just get like a huge JBL like stand speakers, like these lights, and you could run like a PA system, so everyone's not like wandering around. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
1919.
That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah,
that would actually be sick. And it's not like, what the fuck? But yeah. Okay, let's start off with this. This is another one I asked Dan about. How we met. Do you remember even how we met?
It must have been basketball in like the first
Dude,
year
no.
of like A-team.
Before that.
There's
Before
no
that,
way.
yes.
I don't.
Dude, I was thinking about it. Like,
Doyon or
I'm
something?
not sure if you have good memory or not.
Because I did come late. I came in first grade to Doyon.
Dude, all right, first off, let's talk about that too. This kid he technically would have been on a path for Triton, and thank God you didn't go to Triton because that school is garbanzo. I don't care. If you go to Triton, I'm sorry, like most of you admit anyways, like your school is garbage. I mean, the everything, it smells so bad. Everything just doesn't work. And
No
then
running water.
and just the people there, I just feel like some, like, I'm not going to generalize all of them, but like a lot of them are just like toxic. So what made you want to go to Ipswich? Was it because of like?
It was my parents' decision. It was just because like Triton was just, they could tell it was going downhill. They wanted to get us out of there, so they chose us in Ipswich.
Got you. So you came there in first grade, dude. I literally remember this was our lunch table. It was literally like me, you, Evan, Ben DeBello.
I remember that.
And
We used to be close with Ben DeBello.
dude, I know. I'm yeah, he is. But dude, I remember you always have the Sunny D.
Oh yeah, every day.
Literally Sunny D all the time. But yeah, that's what I remember you from my lunch table, and then we definitely got closer because of basketball. I didn't play basketball until 5th grade, but
in elementary school, how big of a deal it was like to be fast.
yeah, dude,
Like,
we were all like badass, dude. It was like me, you, and Cam. It was literally like
fast.
exactly, dude. If you were like
That was
fast,
funny.
it'd be sick. You do like
Yeah.
races at recess.
It made no sense, but it was funny.
Yeah. All right, so that's definitely how we met. All right, let's talk about basketball in the early days. Our team was
Oh, we were horrible.
our team was so
We were
bad.
absolutely horrible.
George will never forget it. When I get George on the podcast,
We
we'll
won,
talk
like, one
about it.
game. Like, I don't even know how many games we
First
won.
season, no, first
We
season.
played Triton actually.
Yeah,
Triton-
we just
Triton
be
was
trying.
our go-to win.
No, but we lost to Hamilton. That was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. I think Declan cried after it. But dude, I remember that. Like everyone used to be so emotional. Some people still cry after games in high school, but okay, it's definitely mature. No, I'm joking. It's not. But I remember our first game. Went to Masco probably 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We're like, yo, let's do this. Like, come on. Like, we weren't bad in Y League at all. Like, let's go. Like, we played pretty good against each other. We showed up. Latimer, I forget a couple of the other kids. What's his name? Remember?
Hey, kid.
Dude, he plays with Felix now. He's the blonde Jake Spalding.
There's that kid with the curly hair.
Yeah. All right. There was like 3 nasty kids that like all play at prep schools now.
For 6th grade.
No, this was 5th grade. 5th grade was first year of travel, and we got we lost by 50. They stopped counting the score because we like literally got murdered. They were they were pressing us because
they were always insane.
Yeah.
But remember in 8th grade though, when we 7th grade, we played them again.
Yeah.
And they were still like the best team, and we just like went all out.
Yeah.
Remember that game? We were feeling ourselves. Everyone was feeling it.
That is true.
I don't know if we won or we just came close to it, but
yeah.
That was a good memory. That was a good game.
Dude, I just know like we never were pressed before, and we got hit with the press in fifth grade that first game.
Why?
And we were like, what is this?
Yeah,
exactly. And it was like, oh my gosh, like we're getting destroyed right now, and none of us know what to do because it's like Gary's trying to help us, and it's like these kids are bigger than us, they're faster, they're stronger. It's like, what are we supposed to do? Like they're like up in our face right when we inbound the ball. It was probably one of the most pathetic showings I've ever seen. But
we went up from there.
All in all, yeah, dude, our grade had a 6 story. That was a 6 story of like. We started at nothing, and like we knew that we could get better, and we ended up winning a championship by 8th grade, and that's just such a dope story.
It could have been better too in high school, much better.
I talked about that. I talked about that with Gillian and Kim.
Brush over that a little bit.
Talked about it with Gillian and Cam. There's always I don't know why we're just so inconsistent, and dude, it's so annoying because in Y League, we just like we're like so. I don't know. This is multiple factors that made us not be to our full potential. I don't know. And then also I'm not gonna definitely not call it specifics. Yeah. But we definitely made notes very early in the season of what we think we needed to do, and we brought that to a higher power, and nothing was done. So yeah. There
were a lot of kids who just didn't push themselves and didn't want to work, but.
Yeah, but winning wants to make you do that too. I mean, I just feel like you don't have to win though. Like you gotta have like a desire before you actually get a win to like get the win. Well, I don't know if that makes sense.
Specific people here, but like the reason we lost every game we lost was because we were up and we kept trying to score.
Stupid.
That's the only reason we lost. Because we'd be up by 10, we try to score immediately, and
and it's always like, dude, it's not about like
score bucket when we're missing.
Yeah. I was like, what was it?
You just killed the clock.
Dude, I forgot. But like, I forget who said it. But like, it's like you don't have to play like super hard. You just have to play smart. It's like it's not like we weren't playing harder than the other team. It's just we were playing stupider, like really dumb.
You remember how hyped the Rockport game was? The first game of the season.
Yeah.
We pulled out with that win, 1-0. I thought that was a turning point. Like this season's gonna be something.
Same here. We talked about the suspensions and that stuff, like that. Like that's all in all. Like we I don't think that's an excuse because I think we had we had probably a month and a half to prepare, knowing that they weren't there. It wasn't like the week before our first game. It's like these 5 or 6 can't play. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's talk about video games. I don't even remember. I remember the first time playing MW2 with you, and it was on. Or like I remember you joined the party for the first time. I literally remember. I can remember first times for a lot of things.
Courage, hop in the party.
Huh?
It took a lot of courage, just hop in the party.
Yeah. I just like you. It was hate the game 52 hopped up in the party. I was like, what? I'm like, this is Isaiah. I was like, oh
Who
shoot.
Is this kid?
Literally, and it was like whatever you call it. We were playing MW2. If you guys know the map, it's like I think it's Favilla. It's like the one with all the little short streets and all the tiny buildings and like. People with trick shot off the top. There's like a barber shop. There's like a super long street. I remember playing that map, and you can spawn trap. And I just remember you joined the party then. What is like? what was the first Call of Duty you played? We're not going to talk about Black Ops 3 because we're saving that for the Evo podcast this Saturday. We're going to be doing a 3v3
first one I
LAN.
ever played was way back. First one I know, like, I actually played was MW2. Like, I played that nonstop. I still play it today with the Zagorowskis. I never really was an online guy. I always played local, like just us 2v2.
Yeah.
Like me, Killian, Marcus, Max. We play that day and night. We have so many hours on that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't play World, dude. I remember.
I did play that a little
My
bit.
first memory of Call of Duty was playing. I think it was Black Ops 1 at Ben's house. I remember playing 5. His brother let us play 5, and I was like, dude, this is JFK. Like, this is badass. And like, I was like, all the horns going off. JFK's talking in the background. I can't remember the specific lines. Like, I can remember the lines like back when I played it a lot. But it was like, this is crazy. And like, I remember I'd always be like, I don't know if I talked about this on a podcast yet. I don't think I did. But like, I remember the first time I got Black Ops 1 and I was playing down here. I was like a Sunday like after church, and I was like just playing like offline, and I didn't think there was any glitches offline, but there was, and I got unlimited money in Kino, and I was like, what's going on? Because I've never gotten past the first room. I tried for a week straight, and I couldn't get past the first room. I was so bad, and I got outside, so like the left side of the map where you're outside, and I was like, what is going on? What is going on? I was freaking out. They're coming off the roof. I'm like, what is going on? So I just kept opening doors, and I ended up dying. But that was like my first memory of Call of Duty was playing zombies at Ben's house on Black Ops 1. But MW2, I didn't get that till later. Because my game was Modern Warfare 3. I think I already talked about that.
I never played that with you guys.
Yeah.
I saw you guys talking about that in the other podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely some crazy times too. But then let's get into Black Ops 2. I felt like that's when we kind of started playing more.
Yeah.
3v3. What was it called? Was it multi-team? Me, you, and John would play multi-team, dude.
Wasn't it a tag team or something?
No, it's team tactical is like another. That's 4v4. But we played multi-team on Black Ops 2.
You and John, but we were actually nice.
We were bad. John looked like he would like be your X factor. Like we would always show up dropping high kills. We do kill confirm. We dropping like 40 and stuff. And if John like got 20, we're like, we're good. We can do this. But that was so funny.
Make little comments in the back. Every once in a while.
That was funny though. But it was like I think we did that a lot. And then like we like rushed the summer league. But I was telling Dan, it was like that was like the culture of like why our grade was like I think so like good in terms of chemistry. It's like we literally played sports together. We went to school together. We hung out a lot together. We played video games together. Like literally like over like
We're hanging out, we're playing Xbox. Like,
for real. Like if that's serious. I don't think I can name a single day that like I didn't hang out or play something like throughout school with someone that I played sports with. Yeah. We'll talk about. You want to talk about that now? He just pointed at one of the topics. I was just like trying to think of the most random topics. Do you know why your dad likes to sniff things?
he just likes to smell things.
Is that really it?
Yeah, no, he likes lavender a lot. He gets a lot of candles.
I get
He's a
candles,
fan, you
yeah.
know?
But it's like one of the funniest things. So Dad, we were at his house. This is like
Like a
dude,
new Pepsi or something.
2 summers ago probably. And we like went to Ritzdale's. Dan got a clear Pepsi. It was like it just came out that year, I think. And your dad was so fascinated at how it was clear. He grabs it, doesn't taste it or anything. He's like, He just like sniffs the Pepsi. I don't know why. I started laughing so hard when he did that. Let's see. I want to talk about the MCW camps, or aka the Mass Hoop Elite camps, if you're an OG. What was your first one? Do you remember? Did you go like the first one?
Called?
Mass Hoop Elite, bro. I still have this shirt. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
My first one was way back. I remember those camps. Me and the Zagorowskis, we'd go there together. We'd leave together. We'd get DQ. Like that. We had the same exact game plan the entire week of that.
Yeah.
That was probably the highlights of my summers.
Bro,
back
those
then.
were so fun.
Those are the most, like, competitions, the games.
It'd be so
awesome.
Do you remember what was it? Zach would always he would put someone in charge of like the phrase of the day or something like that.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of the day.
I forgot to do it one time. And he's like, all right, Isaiah, you have yours? And Max is like, you forgot, didn't you? And he whispered like something random. And I said it out loud. He's like, Isaiah, that's the one that we
You gotta
had
talk
last week.
talk into the mic like this.
My bad.
Facing you.
Like this?
This side faces you.
Oh, okay. That actually matters.
Yeah, well I mean
It's like a circle.
no. It's
He's like, Isaiah, that's the one we had last week.
yeah.
Max, are you serious?
Dude, those camps were lit. I remember they would always drop up Pamos.
Yeah.
I remember when Nerlens Noel showed up that one time. I was like, what the? This guy's wearing a huge, like, flat top Kentucky hat.
Yeah.
This guy was huge. But those were fun days, dude. Those were right down in the lower gym. I remember, like, the girls would be upstairs with Mandy. Boys be downstairs just absolutely booing.
I remember the most, though, is so they'd bring pizza for everyone.
Yep.
But then Max and Marcus would always have cheesesteaks.
Oh,
They'd get whatever they wanted.
Exactly. Yeah, because they were ordering it. But yeah, one note. Well, name your favorite memory from the camp. I remember a lot of good people went there. Jarnell Guzman, who's like super good now at Lynn English. I think he won the state championship D1 this year.
That's my memory. Beating him. Championship game.
Yeah.
Max was my team coach and Marcus was his team coach. I blocked him, brought down the court, game winning layup.
Yeah.
That's my highlight right there.
I remember
Everyone was talking about how nice he was and how good he was.
Ben was so obsessed with him. He was like,
I know. Remember that one time we saw him at the tournament when we wore the headbands?
Yep.
And got the stuff?
Yep.
We saw him and
Yep.
Ben went over to him and Ben was like, what's up, man?
You're good now. It's like, what's up, bro? Like, who are you? He's like, dude, like the MCW camp. Yeah. But my favorite memory, I love one summer Pat Flaherty went, and we would literally play one-on-one every day. Like I used to because I was obviously like super small and he's fucking huge, so I just be like, yo, I'll take you, like, let's go. But then I remember it was like they were doing a one-on-one. Do you remember like the day? It's like MCW. Like the first time I was doing MCW, not like with the Bucks one, but with like the 76ers like MCW theme one. They were doing one-on-ones. It was like Marcus, Max, Michael Carter Williams, and a couple other people like Santana, and James. And they're all on each hoop. There's 6 hoops in the lower gym, and they're all like posted up at each hoop. And we were playing one-on-one. Never beat Marcus, never beat Max, but I got one on Michael Carter Williams, and I was so hyped. That was like one of 3 people to do it. I was like so hyped. What was your favorite? That was your favorite memory, blocking Darnell?
Definitely.
Dude, I don't even remember the games that much. I remember
the entire camp was just awesome.
It was fun.
Every year it came up, we looked forward to it.
Yep. I don't even remember. Did Manny?
The balloon toss. You ever do that? Were you there for those?
Balloon toss.
We do the balloon toss the last day. Whoever wins it gets a gift card. And it's crazy. Like you'd walk like so far away from each other. Yeah, we did a water balloon toss. You never did that?
Maybe. Dude, I don't remember.
You start like 10 feet away from each other, and then if you kept going, you kept backing up.
Maybe.
It would get legit.
I don't know. They definitely didn't do that in the last couple of years. I started going. My first one was in 2011.
Okay.
And so my last would be in 2014. So I went to that for quite a bit. I used to pick up Ethan, and we would go there. Because we used to go there before me, and I was like, yo, this is like a super dope camp.
Ethan there.
Yeah, but that was super fun. And then also I was thinking, you probably went to Ipswich because Mandy like used to be like the Lauren Miss Kennedy of like the high school. She used to be in secretary or whatever.
She also like
basketball coach and like a bunch of other But that was when Ipswich sports was like in the prime, dude. Like we were like
girls basketball team.
They were nasty back in the day, yo. That gym would be packed.
Seriously,
gym would be
actually
packed.
Full. I remember they won this one game. It was away. I think it's Pentucket.
Yeah.
Everyone was storming the court. Everyone was there. Like,
it was crazy, dude.
It was crazy.
I wish it, dude. Our year could have been like that this year. Yeah. Not gonna like just, maybe not because it was like they were kind of established as like hype and all. Everyone was like, yo, girls basketball's hype. Definitely not anymore. But at the time when like Macy was there and like everything was popping, it was awesome. It was awesome. I remember like I still have the shirt.
Caroline, Jordan.
Yeah. Literally, dude.
That was a team.
Oh, they were dirty. Let's see this. I have it right here. Talk about high school sports. What is your favorite sport?
Favorite sport to play is basketball. Favorite sport to watch is football.
Okay, I like that. How was it winning a state championship, dude? Like, do you even care about it that anymore?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a big deal to me, like, at the moment either. Just, yeah, I like lacrosse, but it's not, like, my favorite. And everyone knows that. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of it, but it was a nice thing to do, you know, with my brother, too, so.
Let's hear this, dude. What would you rather have won, like, a playoff game in basketball, the sport that you like the most, or won a state championship in lacrosse?
I can't say that, no. I'd have to go state championship.
Yeah.
It's one game.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that big of a deal. Like, a playoff game's a playoff game. We should have won a playoff game anyway. Like, that's not even hard to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. You played multiple sports in high school, dude. I remember I got him to play cross country and run.
We were gods.
Yeah, dude. Like, that was. Well, all right, I'm gonna tell a story. We probably took over, like, I think it was like almost 35 minutes to do a 5K.
This slow 3.2 mile run anyone on the team has ever had, except for a kid who got lost.
Yep.
36 something.
They thought we got lost, but we were just out there looking at the view. Swear, we used cross country to literally just talk about Call of Duty and like other random stuff.
I was literally on my phone half the time.
We would literally just like talk about the most random stuff and do nothing. This is like an actual race, and we were out there walking along, looking at the sun and like the field.
There was gonna be people around.
And Connor Faust, his dad comes up. He's like, "What do you guys?" He's like, he used to have the accent. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" Or not, something like that. But and it's like, what? It's like everyone's waiting for you guys. And we're like, oh, sorry. It was probably the most funny thing running into the finish. And we're just like, what's going on? Everyone's like looking at us like, where have you been?
Remember the home meet against Masco?
Oh my!
He had a sprint in the front.
Yep.
Blocked the trail, and if they tapped us on the back shoulder, and then we let them by because they're on our team.
We got in trouble for that because he was like making.
The number one on Masco grabbed me from both shoulders.
Because it was Masco, like 3 times the size of our cross country team, and we had like Kellen, we had Reed, we had DeMarco, and like this was like we had like a pretty good team, and we ended up beating them. They were super good, but we ended up beating them because. Us two and the other kids like in our grade, I think Zach Forney also did it, but he's actually a pretty good runner.
Yeah, he was good.
We ran up to the front, and if you guys have ever run at Cranes, cross country runners who are watching this, if you are, you know what I'm talking about. There's a path at Cranes on the race that you have to
one-person path, yeah.
You have to enter into that can literally maybe 1 or 2 people wide, and we got up there and we built a wall. We were like shoulder to shoulder, like running like this, all next to each other. And the key was like tap them on the shoulder to let our teammate by. But if it was Masco, we purposely block them. And we just got such a big lead at the beginning because of that. That
guy was good though.
Yeah.
He caught up to Kellen.
He did.
Kellen won, but that kid was right behind him.
Yep. But that was just so funny. I was so out of breath. Everyone was like, "What are you guys doing?" Because we came right out the gates, literally sprinting.
Oh, I wish there was a picture.
Yeah.
We were, like, right in the beginning, we're like
literally
50 yards ahead of everyone.
Ah, dude, that was a funny one. I don't have any other memories from cross country like that. That was kind of just like I remember just like literally
like when we sprint at the end of the races.
Yeah, literally that was. I remember that. What was it? Pentucket. I remember running down that pavement road and your mom was there taking a video.
Oh, we got one more memory. I can't forget about that one. Joe and Amy.
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. So we're here. It's a cold day in like October, November, whatever. We're at the cows for running, and I had no idea they were coming. And we do our first lap, and we're coming down the hill, and there's your dad and my mom in the middle of the path, just like, woo, let's go Izzy, let's go Jack, just absolutely yelling at us.
Let's go.
And we're like, oh my gosh, because all these a lot of the cross country parents, a lot of them are just like. A lot of people, it's just running is like a whole different culture than other sports.
Exactly.
It's just a lot more relaxed, like, yep, okay. But like they're like, yeah, let's go! And it was just so funny, dude. And I remember I got to go home and you had to stay there the
That
entire
was
day.
bold.
I go home.
That was
I'm
bold.
chilling. I take
You said
a
you
hot
weren't-
shower.
You said you weren't feeling well.
Exactly, but
That was
Amy
a
helped out with
joke.
it. I take a.
My dad's like, you can't lie. You can't say that.
I take a hot shower. I'm down here playing Black Ops 3 while he's freezing his butt off at fucking Cal.
Watching everyone run.
Oh, that was probably fun though, right? Or no? Yeah. And then you played tennis.
Yeah,
you took
I
a
did.
year off lacrosse and played
Yeah.
tennis.
That was fun. I really enjoyed tennis, actually.
Yeah.
Tennis is a really fun sport. Yeah, we did very well that year, too. I think we made to, like, state quarters, maybe. And then it was pretty much just tennis players versus kids who played tennis at that point.
So you didn't play Did you do football freshman year?
Freshman year, I played a basketball.
Oh yeah, that was it.
That was the only year my parents would let me play.
Okay, so you played AAU basketball in the fall, and then cross country, and then the last 2 years football.
Yeah.
You played basketball all 4 years.
Yeah.
You played lacrosse, then lacrosse, then tennis, lacrosse. Okay, I got you. All right. What's
Oh, I did actually. The year I did cross country, I tried out for golf.
Oh my gosh, I remember
anyone
that.
who knows, like Andrew Gilligan, I was the most fun person to play golf with. You don't even know. And then,
Dude,
so me and
golf.
Killian-
I
me and
remember
Killian
that.
go up to the golf coach. And Killian's like, I'm sorry, I'm playing football. And the guy's like almost crying, like he's upset. Because Killian was
Didn't he get injured, though?
Killian was a really good golf player.
Yeah.
Later in the year, he broke his leg or ankle.
Yeah.
Killian was a really good golf player, and then I go up to him like, yeah, me too. He's like, okay.
He's like,
care.
I'm not worried
He's
about
like,
that.
You probably
but-
wouldn't have made the team anyway.
Dude, that's too funny. I'm gonna be honest. I already told Gilly. I don't think golf's like that. Like, I just don't feel like it's just such a skill sport that it doesn't really. It's not like there's no like athleticism involved in it, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm telling you. Like I'm going out to like Florida like next week. That's why I'm trying to bang out podcasts and like so there's stuff for you guys to watch while I'm gone. But like literally like all my family golfs or like my mom's side, and it's like, dude, I can't do this. Like it's so boring. Like any sport.
That's the golf cart. I'm telling you.
No, yeah, I believe it.
Whipping around in that thing is the only good part about it, really.
But whatever you call it, it's like literally, it's like, dude, golf. I hate sports that all ages can play at a high level. I'm serious.
Why?
Because there should be an advantage of being younger and higher reaction
Why should
time.
there be an advantage?
Because that's just how sports work. Every other sport is like that besides literally golf. Golf, you just have to sit there, line it up, boom. It doesn't matter. There's like no athletic ability involved. I just don't think it's. I mean, obviously there's a lot of skill involved with it, but it's just. I don't think it's like.
I feel you.
I don't know. But because I mean, you think about Tiger Woods. I mean, he didn't win a championship in like 10 years or whatever, and he won one this year, and it's like no one else has ever done that in sports.
Yeah.
Like, what if like LeBron won and like. What if LeBron won in, say, what did he win in 2012, and he didn't do anything for the next 10 years, and he won in 2022? That's just never been done before in any other sport. I just don't, because that just shows that it doesn't take any physical, really, ability. It just takes talent, like skill.
It takes a toll on you, though. It does. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I've never
No,
golfed.
no,
Like,
you're using muscles, and whenever you use muscles, it takes a toll on your body.
I think it's just a lot of it, too. You're just out in the sun. It's probably a lot of tiredness from that. Let's talk about. We'll get into. I don't know, because we're gonna have a lot of people on the Evo podcast. We're gonna brush over, their stuff, but let's talk about some competitive Call of Duty, or when did you first get into it? I don't even know if you were into it before Black Ops 3 or not. Like if you knew about it or anything.
Honestly, yeah, no, it was Black Ops 3. I think it was you and Drew came talk to me. It said you just talked to me about it. You said it's this thing like you just play like really hard. It's honestly just a competition that you just really want to win, and it's really fun to compete. And
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Dude, it was I remember my first time signing up for it was at Teen Night. So Teen Night used to be a poppin' thing. I think
I never went.
I don't know if yeah, dude, you went one time and I
never went.
Yes, you did,
No.
because I was at the Y with you when we signed up. We were sitting at the table signing up on I remember 2014 we
that.
signed up. I remember this. Me and Cam played a tournament, and we'll talk about it on the podcast. But we're like, yo, we're gonna win this, bro. The prize pool was like $200 because this is when like GB tourneys were like high prize pool money. Like they were like, you could win a tourney and like you get like a $200, and it'd be like, this is lit. So Eric's house just like he's burnt down, and we're just like, yo, let's like win this money and like just give it to Eric and stuff. We were like so hyped up. We never played a GB before. We literally just did a tourney, so we kind of got hit in the face with that. But you never played Black Ops 2 League Play before BO3?
I did play that. I did play Black Ops 2 League Play. Yeah.
I think everyone who played Black Ops 2, you had to have played League Play too, dude.
That was probably the best League Play in any game.
Yeah, easily. I think that was the best structure. It was 10 placement games, and then you get placed in these like divisions. It was bronze, silver, platinum, and then masters.
Like that,
And I was super fun. But what was your favorite zombies game? This is what I'd be. I feel
Black
like
Ops 2.
Really?
Yeah, I still play it now.
Yeah.
The 2 games we play.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 zombies, nothing else, just zombies, and then MW2. We don't 2v2 in MW2. I mean, in Black Ops 2, we only 2v2 in MW2.
Yeah.
We play zombies on Black Ops 2.
All right. I think I can completely agree with Black Ops 2 being like a revolutionary like zombies game.
Yeah.
I think my first time playing Transit, I'll never forget. I was like, this is crazy, dude. We're traveling from map to map, like area to area it was just super sick. It was like we've never seen anything like that before. It's like I think there was 5 locations, and you literally just pay like $500 for the bus to go to each spot, and it's like it's wild. What was your favorite? All right, BS, that's your favorite zombies game. What's your favorite map on that? Besides like Survival Town, like if you were gonna say something like that, like, because I feel like you play that.
Too?
Yeah, you can say any map you want on that game.
That's tough. There's really, really good ones. You could always go like the original Transit or Town.
Yeah.
Origins was really good.
Dude, I know. I might even just have Jacob. If Jacob's around Saturday, he can definitely come through on the podcast too, because I need to have one with him too. Literally in math class, we would just talk about Origins. I have a podcast written down for me, you, and Jacob that I had before, and we would literally sit in the math class. This is what got me, like, I actually didn't do that bad because Anzek he was a super dope teacher. But, like, Jacob was perfectly fine. Like, he was not struggling at all. So, like, he could talk, but, like, us, we were exactly, we needed to focus.
That was the hardest class I've ever taken in my entire life.
Yeah, because it was a step up. I mean, I
asked to move up, too.
Oh, jeez.
I got moved
Ben
up.
dropped down. I remember Ben dropped down in the first week.
I moved up, Ben dropped down. I flunked like that. That was impossible.
Because we literally just talked about Origins, and I'll never forget, on a Friday, it was last period, and we just talked about it in the class, and we're like, yo, like, we gotta play tonight, dude. We gotta beat this. Every single time we didn't beat it, coming to the school the next day and talk about it in class, bro. I'm gonna miss talking about, like, fixing stuff in school.
Me and Jacob, like, would go to his house sometimes and play. We would get so close, and Jacob and Dan know this. Every time Dan would just show up somehow, every time he'd get there, we'd lose. The second he got there. Second Dan shows up, we lose somehow, even if we're in like a great spot.
Come on, Dan. Yeah, I feel like Origins was so fun too, because that was another thing with Black Ops 2 is that, like, they revolutionized, like, the Easter egg. Like, it wasn't just like a simple map anymore. There was multiple steps. It's a whole. This is like really when the story of zombies took off. I don't follow the story. A lot of people follow it hard. I think Chris Folan watches these podcasts, but I remember he used to be super into zombies. I know Brett Bolio was into zombies. I remember him, like, helping me do, like, hacks on Nocturne, like, on the original World at War zombies. But dude, Black Ops 2, I mean, the whole foot, the staffs, like,
all, like, just the thought that went into it.
Yeah.
It was like it was just. They thought about everything.
Literally everything.
Nothing was left out.
And then Black Ops 3 Zombies was still fun too. I think that was the only game that I really went for Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna save that for the other podcast. We're gonna save that for the podcast because I can tell you multiple runs at 2 a.m. that we would stay up from when I get home at like 10 or 9 from work. Did I do shadows?
Drew with the balls.
The meatballs. hold your freaking lane, Drew.
Always.
Hold your goddamn lane. We all had one lane to hold, and you let one through every time.
We all had to go to his lane. And
Yep.
Our lane.
And then we turn around, and then all of them are through our lane, and the Shadow Man pops up, and we're like, dude, like, come on. We've been doing this for 5 hours straight, and you still can't do the last step. But that was another fun one. I'm not sure. A lot of people who watch this, I'm not sure if you play Black Ops 3 Zombies. I think a lot of people in the grade below us, and even our grade, like Ben and them on PS4, actually played a lot of Black Ops 3. I know they played it.
Yeah.
That was another super fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Save that for the Evo podcast, though.
I got one question for you.
Let's hear it, bro.
I need to know why you're so bad at racket sports.
All right.
Like every racket sport ever.
Every racket sport ever. I've never played one competitively. I always played racquetball on vacation, but I always pretend I'm Big Poppy, so I'd like two-hand smack it. Here's the thing with me about racket sports. Not bad at baseball at all. I think anyone who saw me play in middle school know that I could probably have started like maybe at least 2 years on varsity, but definitely, like, I was definitely good at baseball, but that's different. That's a bat.
Yeah.
And that's just you have to hit it once.
As hard as you can.
Exactly. And I can do that 100%. Racket sports. Here's my thing. Different heads on the rackets, different lengths. So going from badminton to tennis is just like so like what? But also I just don't like the idea I don't know, dude. I never played tennis. Like my family's not about tennis. Dude, I can't do rackets. I'm so much better with my hands. Like, if I was to play tennis with my hands...
Handball?
Yeah. Yeah. If I was, like, able to, like, get, like, a racket on my hand, I'd be so much better. But I don't know.
That's
like,
a crazy memory. Me and Will Morrow versus Killian and Pat Gillis. Handball. Like, it's not actually handball, but, like, we just played tennis with our hands, doubles.
yeah.
We got, like, a crowd somehow, like, 12 a.m., at the school tennis courts.
What?
I don't know how. And it was just like
So,
such an
like
intense game.
noon or midnight?
Midnight. And
What?
straight up. Well, because me and Will go there every night during the summer. Anyway.
Yeah.
We play tennis, we play football every single night.
Yeah.
You want to come by, check us out?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we're
dude.
actually there every single night.
Yeah.
And so Killian showed up. He was like, "Oh, we need one more." So then we like posted a story.
Yeah.
Like, anyone wants to come play. And Pat's like, "All right, I got it." Pat came to play. People came to watch. It was intense.
That's too funny, dude.
It was awesome.
All right, I'm gonna stay on the topic of video games. So, name some of your first memories of playing video games? Like, what was the first game do you think you played? First console or whatever.
I ever played Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. No doubt. Best game I've ever seen in my life. It was so fun. You ever play it? You jump into the paintings?
I don't have it up here, but I have the Nintendo 64,
You
yeah.
jump into the paintings, and that's like the level.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool.
Yeah. I remember that game.
Maybe
that was my first Mario
cool
game, I
just 'cause it was
think.
the first game ever. But then, back then I played Mario, Zelda. Like, that was my thing.
Yeah.
I knew I was never allowed to play shooters. And
Same
whenever
here,
my
dude.
parents
When
would
were you,
leave,
dude? Let's talk about like when were you first able to play a shooter, like an M-rated game? Do you remember or no?
Well, I kind of had to force into it. I wasn't allowed to even when I played with you guys.
M-rated games?
Yeah.
Really? See,
Usually I'd hide it, but then there was times when I'm just like, just let me play, like, come on, and they'd just be annoyed, so they wouldn't do anything about it.
I remember the hardest thing in the world was to get my parents to allow me to get GTA, dude. The hardest thing in the world. I was remember like I was like I'll promise. Yeah, literally I was like I promise. Like she's like I remember the contract with Amy is that like I couldn't go in the strip club and like without that I would be fine. But like obviously I still went in there. But like for the first month I was super like. I was nervous, like, whenever, like, I went in there because I was online with, like, my friends and stuff, I'd be, like looking around, like, making sure my parents didn't come in because my headset was, like, sound canceling, so I couldn't hear if they opened the door, but I remember because all my friend Michael had, like, Halo, all these games, like, Red Dead Redemption, all,
such a good game,
like, Call of Duty, like, all these, like M-rated games, when he was like probably in 3rd or 4th grade.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, like, why can't I get this? It's like me and Michael. I've known Michael since I was 2.
It's
it's
when
like,
you're like, this
she's
person has it.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't care about the other kids.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about the other parents. Like, this is our rules. And it's like, come on. Like, come on. Like, oh, it's so annoying because it's like, I've always liked, I've always loved Call of Duty. And I remember I would always have to play Spec Ops at his house because I couldn't play it here.
So fun.
And I remember finally they allowed me to get it, whatever, just played zombies. I had to turn off the blood in zombies because they thought it was too gory. They thought it was too, like,
How'd they even know
graphic
it was in
content. Because,
there? They only talk to the people at, like,
yeah,
the store?
no, they didn't talk to the people at the store. They talked to Michael's parents.
Oh, okay.
And, like, yeah, you can definitely turn off the blood because his dad was, like, technology, like super, like, future with, like, technology at that point. Like, they still have a super dope setup to this day, but they got that 10 years ago, and it was groundbreaking when I played at his house. They literally have, like, a dope-ass theater room. It's super nice, but I remember when it first, like, opened, it was, like, literally in 2009, and I was like, what in the world is this? It was crazy to play there. But what was your first M-rated game? Or when did you ever even talk to your parents about, like, when you could play? Because I remember it was the hardest thing for me to
first time ever playing an M-rated game. It's MW2. My parents left to go on vacation or something. Me and Eli, he's like, hey, you know what? You don't say anything, I won't say anything. So I hop on with him.
It's so funny talking about it now, dude.
Absolutely horrible, but it was the most fun thing in the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I got so excited. I was like, for some reason I was playing. I had this window in my basement. You know that window?
Yep.
I was playing in it. So I was sitting up there, and I got so excited I fell.
Why are you playing in the window?
I don't know.
If any of you know that window, there's just what?
Well, I was much smaller back then.
Yeah, I get that, but still, sitting up in the window playing.
Yeah.
It's so fun, dude. I remember the first time, I was trying so hard to convince my parents. Like, it's so weird though because like they would let me like when I was like 8 or 9, like they would let me go see PG-13 or like R movies, like specific R movies, but they wouldn't let me play M-rated video games. And I was like,
That's weird.
I was like, what? How does that make sense? Like, it's no different than these movies that they're shooting people in. Like, it literally just.
Maybe just 'cause you're not the one doing it.
Yeah, that's true. But I remember the first time seeing Black Ops 1 was at my cousin's house. I'll never forget. For some reason, I always remember. He was playing Summit, bro. He was doing, like, the mission where, like, you're going down, you got, like, the...
Snowmobile?
No, you're like...
Oh, you're grappling down?
Yeah, grappling off, like, the side of, like, a...
It's called.
Yeah, actually, might not even... Yeah, I think it was Black Ops 1, but it was sick. What was your favorite, like, childhood video game? What do you think there's, like, do you remember a specific game that you could play all day long?
Mario.
Mario? Literally?
Either Mario 64 or Diddy Kong Racing.
Really?
Diddy Kong Racing was the sickest game in the world. You could pick, like, on the watercraft.
Okay.
You could pick a plane and you could pick a car. And all those three things could be going against each other at the same time in a race. And it was, like, the coolest thing.
Dude, to be honest, I never played. First off, you started off video games as a very, in like a very, I felt like an interactive way. Like you do it in big groups and in person, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how you did it.
That's mine, yeah.
So like, I didn't start off like that. Like I kind of did, but not really. Like a lot of them, like I would play sports games, like with another person and that stuff. But like all the other, like I don't know how to. You get if you know what I'm talking about, like the individual games, like games that you would play. That are not necessarily multiplayer, like I would play by myself. Like all these games here, like aren't really like multiplayer, really.
I feel you, because what I did is I'd be playing the single player.
Yeah,
games,
and I get
but
because
with all my brothers around.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's
always be playing, switching off.
Exactly. That's I think you grew up in a completely different environment in terms of like video games. With that being said, one was like. Did you have a Wii? Do you have a Wii, right?
Yeah.
No. I never got a Wii, so that's another
Wii
thing.
in
Like
my mind was like the most innovative new thing.
That was
because,
at
like,
the time.
The movement it added, like everything you did was based on your movement, not just touching buttons on a controller.
Dude, people were getting messed up because they were getting addicted to Wii, and it's like the only video game that requires movement, and people were getting like messed up from it. I remember when it first dropped. Yeah, people were getting messed up. Like they were like serious like health problems. I don't know why.
Weird.
Because they thought they were being
Make
healthy.
you lose weight.
Exactly. I don't know.
Wii
But I
Fit.
remember Wii was crazy when it first dropped because it was like
Yeah. Shout out
just
to
stick and
Killian.
like do my
Killian
movement.
threw he was bowling and he didn't put the wrist thing around like I told him to, and he threw the controller through
Yeah.
that window I was talking about.
That's definitely happened before to multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wii was definitely crazy when it first dropped. When did you think you first got into video games like by yourself? Like start playing. What was the first game that you played like that you could play by yourself and like were like, yo, this like game's super fun?
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I have that. I don't know where it is, but I definitely have that game. I have like all the Zeldas. Zelda, really?
Best Zelda game ever made. One of the best games ever made. And yeah,
Yeah.
I could grind that. Like I'd play it alone or just like me and Eli. And it was awesome. It was such a fun game. Like I liked how it was like an adventure and you weren't like stuck to doing a specific thing like COD, like you're on a
Yeah.
map, you're supposed to kill people.
Yeah.
That one you could go wherever you wanted, you could do whatever you wanted.
Okay.
And I like that.
Got you, dude. And because I feel like we're not gonna have a lot of time to talk about it as much on the Evo podcast, I want to talk about like how hard was it like to have to deal with like your parents' rules and restrictions on video games?
So hard.
Because I can
You don't
tell you,
even
dude,
know.
like, dude,
It would
like,
piss you guys off. I'd be annoyed.
It
It
just-
was hard.
like we could never play for like
Yeah.
that long. Like,
I know. I could get an hour.
I remember, like, dude, they thought like you were depressed for a second. Like, I think your dad. I remember you telling me that story that your dad thought you were like depressed because you were playing so many video
Yeah.
games, and it's like,
Or I'm
dude,
just trying
like-
to have fun with my friends.
yeah,
And, like,
it's like what?
I mean, every parent I feel like goes there at some point. They like read
Yeah.
an article. My dad does all the time. He reads an
Yeah.
article. He's like, this article means that,
Yeah,
and they get so scared about it.
that's so weird, dude. It's like because we didn't even start. Like, imagine if we started earlier, like on GBs, like that would have
Oh, I
been.
know. Or I could
so
play
much
actually
crazier.
Not 30 minutes every.
Dude,
one
we'd be
day every
way
week.
more nasty. But I was just thinking, like, imagine if we started because video games of like Fortnite and all like these people, parents are finally seeing like the industry as an actual
The
career.
whole thing came out like that. Booga or whatever.
Yeah, booga,
3
booga.
point something million.
Yeah.
That's more than Tiger Woods made. That's more than
Yep.
that guy that beat Federer made.
Exactly. And the
Like-
thing is that I think parents are finally realizing that gaming careers and like being an entertainer in that space is like an actual career now. I felt like even like when we started up, when we were playing like even like MW2 Black Ops 2 is when it started changing, but like even my Black Ops 3 it still wasn't like established, like people were like making hella money off this. But now with Fortnite and finally everyone knowing about Fortnite and all this other stuff, like they're finally realizing like there's a shit ton of money in the place to be made. And I don't think they understood. I feel like your parents didn't like. I feel like well even mine to some point like didn't understand what we were doing. I feel like they just thought we were
They
just
thought-
playing.
yeah. That's
and just
exactly what they
wasting
thought.
time.
That's exactly what they thought.
Yeah. I just
I
don't.
remember I did have some serious conversations with my mom about it, and she
Yeah.
I remember, you probably remember the time where she would start letting me play a little more.
Yeah.
Because I like talked to her seriously about it.
Yeah. But it's just like it was so like, dude, it was so hard to like. First off, if we were started earlier too, we would have been so much better because we actually did have like I still have it in my notes. So hold on, let me. I'm actually never mind. I'll save it for the Eva podcast. But I've notes. So we used to go after school to Winthrop our freshman year, and like literally like just me, you, and Dan would do like parkour there. We go to
Yeah.
Cumbies and we just like mess around and do parkour and just like talk.
We did that for a solid
It was for a while, dude.
months.
It was
We did
for a while.
Every day, like going to the Y. And
Yeah, literally, we would walk to the Y after school, and then we would walk all the way back to Winthrop. We used to like walk all the time around town,
Yeah.
and just like talk and stuff, and like it was like we got everything, dude. Like we were like, yeah, we're gonna get like you got an Elgato. It's like we're gonna get a Scuff Elgato. We're gonna get a BenQ monitor,
Yeah.
and we were like all into it. But it's just like the restriction was like the biggest problem, dude. It's just like
Yeah.
because we could there was no problem buying the stuff. Really, it wasn't hard getting the stuff. It was a matter of like being able to put in the time to like actually do it though, because we never ever got to like stream or do the stuff that we actually like had big plans to do because of restrictions, and then also because a restriction. Another thing is that we didn't have the right equipment to stream at like the quality that we had to. I feel like I don't know. I don't even know what else. What else do you want to talk about? Do you have anything that you want to talk about?
I don't really know. We talked about a lot of stuff.
We're not even done yet, though.
I know.
It's been like I think 15 minutes or so. Let's see. I'm gonna get back into. Actually, hold up. I want to talk about your yearbook article, bro. Let's talk about your singing. What is singing to you? Do you actually want to do something with singing or no?
It's mostly just something I really enjoy just to do. Walking around singing. I could never go in front of a crowd and do that. No.
Yeah, I'd be so nervous.
That's mostly why, because I'll never be able to do that. But yeah, I just enjoy singing just to myself. Like,
2 hours a day, if you sing, it says it makes you a lot happier as a person. I believe it. I believe it, dude. All right, let's talk about this. Have you been following NBA trades? What do you think is the most crazy trade?
I haven't followed it that much, actually. I know the AD was really big.
AD to the Lakers with LeBron, Westbrook to the Rockets with Harden, Kawhi and Paul George on the Clippers. Those are like the three main ones. What do you think is the best one?
Kawhi and Paul George.
Really?
It makes the Clippers really strong. I know the Lakers are strong too. I don't see them winning a championship. I'm sorry.
Lakers?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Dude, what? Everyone else is agreeing that the Lakers.
Out of their division.
What?
Yeah. But I think definitely Clippers in the finals.
Dude, get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Are you freaking serious? No, I'm not. Just definitely not. Who's in the NBA finals? And if you're saying that Clippers versus who, it has to be like. I think it has to be the Bucks, dude. I mean, no matter what, I want the Celtics to get there, but like the Bucks are just looking so damn good.
Celtics will get there. Celtics aren't there yet.
I agree. But let's talk about.
Obviously, the rebuilding here for the Bulls.
This kid's a Chicago Bear and Chicago Bulls fan.
Hey, you heard it.
I respect the Bulls when.
You heard it now. Bears Super Bowl this year, guaranteed. They don't miss that field goal, they're winning the Super Bowl last year. What do they say? Defense wins championships?
Dude, they actually do have a nasty defense. What are they? What is why am I forgetting?
I know they lost the corner, but
who's the nasty guy from the Raiders? Khalil Mack, yeah. Nasty. Their defense actually got super good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's transition into like more like pop culture type of stuff. What is your favorite song right now? Like what song?
I love music. Barely listen to it. Honestly.
I know. Because that's why I'm asking you. Because we can play a song and he can like hum the words and like know the words, but like he doesn't know the name of the song.
No, I can know all the words to a song. I'll never.
Just hum a song that's like you're really into right now, though.
I don't know what's out right now. I listen to a lot of old songs.
Yeah, you can say that. What's your favorite song like right now? Like if you're like when you leave and you're about to go in your car.
Vocally, best song I'd say James Arthur, Impossible.
All right, dude. I always love asking these questions because it's just so much variation.
That's like the best besides Adele. Like, no, you can't say Adele's not insane.
Dude, Adele, someone like you.
Adele is ridiculous.
Someone like you is dude.
Yeah, James Arthur, the greatest like vocalist I've heard in a while.
Bring me back on some. I can tell you, I don't even know where I'm about to transition into TV shows after one last music question, but what do you remember? Dude, I don't even know. Actually, let me ask this question, then I'll bring up what I was going to talk about. Favorite artist, if you have one.
I don't really have one.
All right, that's respectable. But I was about to talk about Someone Like You and a bunch of other songs like Jason Derulo, like In My Head. Please Don't Go by Mike Post. Like those songs all used to be on Teen Nick in the Morning. They would do. I swear, I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. Someone out there that's watching, you know what I'm talking about. After a TV show in the morning, I forget what one. Like it'd just be like whatever show was on in the morning. they would shoot, like, they would go to, like, Nick Cannon. He'd be like, yo, this is your Teen Nick, like, top 10 of the week. And he'd be like, go.
Straight up, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And it would be like, someone like you. And I remember I would know all these music videos. I have specific memories from each one because of that. And I don't know why they stopped doing it, because I think the songs were a little bit too...
Nick's gone now.
Yeah, a little bit too PG-13 of songs for Nick now. Like, it's like more like a MTV type thing. I remember I used to watch MTV a lot for music too. I didn't watch it like that passionately, but like I would come across it and be like, yo, this is dope. Top 5 TV shows as a kid.
Dang. Nicely Classified.
Let's go! Every time someone says that, I'm so hyped because I
Zoe
feel like,
101.
let's go! Run it!
Let's see. So many. Drake and Josh, obviously.
Dude, you literally have like 3 of like mine right now.
I don't know. I watched a lot of shows back then. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
A lot of people have been saying that. Never watched that.
So good. That's 4. What else is there?
I don't even say the one that lives in a pineapple under the sea.
I can't say SpongeBob. I watched it a ton, but I never liked it that much. I liked the movie where they went to Atlanta and stuff.
Let's get this straight.
No,
Okay.
but the movie, the actual movie,
You like that a lot?
one of the greatest movies of all
I
time.
love it.
That's such
Shell City.
ending to Shell City. Yeah, Patrick, the place we almost made it to. Shell City.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Everyone sleeps on David Hasselhoff. He's the hero of the movie.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
How about
To some extent.
SpongeBob's intense jump from leg to leg?
For what? Oh my gosh, yeah.
No, but that end scene, something else.
Oh, yeah.
He starts singing.
I'm a go for Gilbert! Rock! Then he breaks out. He's got the sunglasses, the whole, like, white suit. Patrick with, like, the weird, like, big legs.
And then Mike is like, sees him, and he's surrounding him, and then he goes,
He's got the guitar. He's like shooting off all their the chum bucket helmets.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's legendary. So, but what's your 5th one? If you can't say SpongeBob.
What is there?
You got Fairly Odd Parents. You got iCarly.
like
You have
that.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. You got this and that.
Oof. I'm at all those are number 5 right there. Honestly, seriously, those are all so good. I can't.
Why
Pick
can't
one.
you just pick
I can't
one,
pick
dude?
one.
You can't pick one.
You really need me to pick one.
If you, yeah, that's the whole point of a top 5.
Sweet Life of Zach Cody.
Run it. That's a pretty solid list right there. Literally like, all of them besides Avatar, I completely agree with.
Yeah.
I can't say that I don't like Avatar. I just never watched it really. You can name some of your favorite movies if you have some.
Disney, Finding Nemo, greatest movie of all time. Non-Disney, Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Some
What is that?
really
What
good
is that? Ben Affleck, right?
ones. Yeah, and Matt Damon. But
Was that in Boston, right?
Yeah, they wrote it themselves.
That's dope.
Mhm.
Do you know who your favorite actor is? Like someone that's like,
Tough.
if like he drops a movie, you're like, yo, I gotta see it. That's how I think of like a favorite actor. It's like,
Yeah, I feel you. Honestly, not really. I'm never like, oh, this person's in that movie. But there are a lot of movies that I'm like, that's some of the best acting I've ever seen.
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he's an insane actor.
Agree.
Insane. Just with all the other big actors, all those names you hear, like they're something else. Like the way they can just act like they're someone else
Yeah,
and have it be so believable, it's insane.
I agree, dude. Dude, I just forgot my question. Oh, what? Let's hear some of your. I want to hear your top 3 Christmas movies. Because if you don't know, like, we're big Christmas people over here, all right? Like Christmas songs are open. Christmas time is the best time Call of Duty's popping. All the fam is back. It's like literally like snow outside. It's perfect. It's a perfect excuse to sit downstairs, play video games, and just chill with your family all day. Also, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, never mind. Screw that. Top 3 Christmas movies, dude.
I think it's called A Christmas Carol. The one with Scrooge.
Yeah.
That's up there. Polar Express is up there.
Run it.
Elf, I love. It's hilarious. I don't see it that much as a Christmas movie. I see it as a comedy.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
Obviously, it's in the Christmas time because he's like an elf, but like,
Yeah.
it's more of a comedy. It's got Will Ferrell, you know. But it's tough.
I can see that.
All those animators are really good. Just like Santa Claus is Coming to Town,
Yeah.
Rudolph. Let's see.
I already know my top 3.
What's yours?
Home Alone 2, Polar Express, and It's a Wonderful Life. I love It's a Wonderful Life, dude.
Yeah,
I think we saw that all of our grades saw it in like the pack in like 8th grade or something like that. And I remember I didn't see it, and I really liked it. Being distracted by my friends too, I like watched it for a bit, and I like really liked it. And I ended up getting it that year for Christmas, and I freaking love that movie, dude. The story about it is so awesome.
Movie, yeah.
It's such a good story about like just like no matter what happens to you, like people always got your back, and like Christmas is all about like everyone coming together and helping each other, man. So
you know what my least favorite movie is? Maybe people will be mad about this. I hate that movie with the kid in it. When he gets that Red Ryder BB gun, and I don't know if you've seen it.
Dude, talking to the mic, man.
I can't remember what it's called, but I just hated it so much because every Christmas Eve, I'd go to my aunt's house and it'd be playing with subtitles in Spanish.
What?
So the movie was in Spanish, but the subtitles were in English. But I just hated the movie. I've seen it in English too.
I've never even seen. I don't know. Is it Grandma got run over by a reindeer? I've never seen that movie. My parents always hated it, so I never like watched it. I think Gilly said that it was one of his favorite movies. I think.
Really?
Yeah, or Cam. I think it was Cam. You don't know what your third one is?
I like Rudolph.
Yeah, dude, Rudolph's another one. That was an OG. I watch that every year. The animated. Well, that's that's the only one. Yeah, dude. What did Ted Flaherty said? You're the dentist. Who is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
He's the elf, but he wants to be dentist.
Like,
Dentist. He's a misfit. We're a couple of misfits.
What's his name though? Isn't it like Hermie?
It's pretty much that. It might actually just be Hermie.
I think it is Hermie. Maybe it is. I know Liddy has the green hat. Or no, it's blue. Might be blue.
No, it's green. Oh wait, no. You'd think it's green because they're elves.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's blue.
I think it actually is blue. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got like the little hair thing going on here. Yeah. All right, let's hear this, dude. You've been around to a lot of different spots with your family or with just your dad or whatever. Like traveled a lot. What's your dream travel spot, or what's your favorite place that you've traveled?
I've always wanted to go to Australia.
Yeah.
My dad's always said it's too far away, and I respect that. I understand it. But it's always been my dream since I was like 6. I just think it's so cool.
You're not afraid of the animals there, dude? They got a lot of weird. They got huge.
I love wildlife so much.
Dude, they got like infected. Like they got a lot of like.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Toxic.
I don't even care because like animals are so cool to me. Like
I agree, but like, dude, like.
See.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to see a kangaroo.
Yes, I agree with that.
Koala,
yep.
I've always wanted to see just wildlife.
How about some gators?
Yeah, I've seen them before though.
I hate gators. Those are probably like. All right. On the topic of, because you just talking about animals, I saw this on another podcast. If you could have any animal shrunk down to like say like a foot, like a foot tall.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a little like animal. What would you do? What one?
I gotta say, I think the cutest, most adorable thing would be an elephant.
Really?
I think that'd be so cute.
Dude, that is so true. I want a furry one though. I want like dude, like with its little like thing, just like, oh my gosh, like that's such a good answer. I don't know, dude. I always figured like, dude, like a panda or like a little like lion, like that would be so cute, dude. That'd be so cute. I love that question on that podcast, dude. Imagine that, dude. That would be wild. What if we all had like our own little like exotic like animal kingdom animals, like just like little animals? That'd be sick.
You know another good movie back then, Spy Kids. You may remember that because
Spy
the
Kids
animals,
was awesome.
The animals, the island.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to grind that. I literally grind. There's 3 of them. I remember there's the guy with like the really weird like thumb head.
Yep.
Remember he had, like all the weird thumbs.
And the Game Maker.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Dude, all I remember is like it's like dream, 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 dream. Ba 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 ba
First of
ba.
all, that Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Dude, yeah, that's Spy Kids.
No, it's not.
Oh, you're right.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl is completely different.
Completely different. All right, that's still another good movie.
That's a great movie.
Is it? Wait, that is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it had a different name. Spy Kids. Why am I forgetting the difference? Really?
Yeah.
Completely different movies.
Completely different.
You're right.
They
Dude,
do
that's
have-
so weird.
they do have
They
the same
came out
type
the
of
same.
characters
Yeah,
in it.
they did come out the
Wait,
same
that's
time though. I
actually-
think they did.
That's real. Does Spy Kids have that electric robot in it?
Dude, I swear to God, there's like a connection between those 2 movies
Like
because
Mr.
I just
Lopez or whatever?
George Lopez.
George
Yeah,
Lopez.
he's like the big electric guy.
Yeah,
With, like,
but
his
that's
head.
in
He's
Shark
like,
Boy and Lava Girl. I don't know if that's... I feel like it's also in Spy Kids. Maybe not.
I love, dude. Shark Boy and Lava Girl was another like super dope movie to me when I saw that at first.
The
I think
ending's
it's,
ridiculous, though.
I was.
He's
What
like,
was the kid,
"You're not just
Linus or
fire.
like whoever the
You're
one?
not just... You're light.
All right, so Australia was your dream spot. Dude, I don't know. You've been to a lot of places. What was your favorite place that you've gone to so far, though?
Italy was very nice. I liked, like, all the buildings and the art. That was
And the
awesome.
food?
The food. Drop dead, like,
Yeah. Really?
so good. Ireland was awesome because it was just, it's what you'd think it would be. Like,
Yeah.
I landed, green everywhere, double rainbow. That's
Yeah?
the first thing I saw.
Really?
Yep. And, but Jamaica, I really enjoyed Jamaica because of the culture.
Yeah.
And, yeah, all the people there.
Super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice. Super hardworking people there.
Yeah.
Let's hear. What's your biggest fear? You have something like that you're like super afraid of, like if it's heights or like.
Not really. I am terrified. It's just like, I'm very anxious. I get very anxious, so I'm just scared in general of doing things in front of people. That's probably one of my biggest fears is just like giving a speech or like.
Oh, dude, don't even. Poetry out loud was probably one of my scariest like moments in high school, bro.
Damn.
It wasn't like embarrassing to me because I didn't really choke or anything, but like I remember me, dude, it was me. Wait, it was freshman year. Did you have D Wood, right or no?
Yeah.
It was me. You saw it.
Best
Aiden. I think Jason was in the class, maybe.
Ben was in it.
Ben was not in it.
Yeah, he was.
Not in my
He
class.
was in D-Wood at least sophomore year then.
Sophomore. It was definitely
he was
sophomore.
in D-Woods one time with me.
And like Philip was in that class with us, dude. And he always wanted to be my partner, and Saw was always like, "Nah, he already has a partner." But I remember like, dude, we were all so nervous, and I remember me and Saw specifically were like sitting next to each other, and like when we both went, we were so nervous,
Who got
dude.
Fire and Ice that year?
I don't know. I definitely didn't.
The 4 words.
The 4-word,
bomb.
yeah, I know. I know Max tried to do that like all 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, so your biggest fear is like public speaking?
Yeah, just anything public.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Why are you afraid? All right, let's talk about this. You don't like big group settings, right?
No.
Can you explain to me why? I'm just curious.
I just don't like being crowded and like being a lot of people, the noise. I don't know, there's just a lot of things about it I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable. So I just try to avoid those things.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Just what animal are you most afraid of?
I would say shark.
Really?
Yeah.
More and more, like, I think about it, like, all right, first off, I'm, like, obviously I'm scared of sharks. I'm really afraid of everything in the water because there's almost the point, like, one of my biggest things, too, that I'm afraid of is
no idea what's in
looking in the water and not knowing what's in the water. Like, if it's
Opening your
murky.
eyes and not being able to see anything.
What?
in the water, opening your eyes, but you're seeing. But you can't see.
But also no, just murky water, like
Yeah.
looking in, like whenever there's alligators around, I feel like I can't see clearly into the water, and all you can see is just their nozzle and their eyes.
Yeah.
Alligators are by far my scariest animal. Alligators or crocodiles. Because it's like,
Did you know they're not laying down? They're just standing up, but have their head.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought they were laying down or like swimming, but they're literally standing up. Like I saw a picture of them underwater, and they stand up and their head's just above it.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, I get. So they're just like, this is their head at the top,
Yeah.
and they're just like that. Okay.
Mhm.
They're super scary, yeah. I just feel like it's like.
I feel you with that.
It's like once
they can get on land
like
too. And
exactly. Well, you got to do zigzags. If anyone is getting chased by an alligator, you're probably dead by now. But if you're watching this podcast, zigzags, because they can't. They send out. It's like a sonar type of thing. Like they can't see. They actually can't see. They just send out signals and they can detect where you are. So it's like, I don't know what this is, but they can know that there's an object right here. So that's why they just. Dude, have you seen like the crazy Asian dudes that like put their hands in alligators'
Yeah.
mouths?
And then go like that
Yeah.
right when they bite.
Exactly. Dude, that scares me so much.
What's the point of that?
It's like, dude, it's another just like weird thing. It's like bulls, like bull thing in like or Spain. Like it's just like another like weird thing that they do with animals. They put their life on the line. Not sure why. But what's your
bull thing is stupid.
It is.
Or they just kill it at the
Dude,
end, too.
did you see an NFL player did it?
Yeah, Myles Garrett maybe.
No, another guy.
Um,
He's a bonehead. He used to be on Carolina. Him and
he jumped over it.
Josh Norman.
Oh,
It was Josh Norman.
yeah.
He jumped over a bull, and all the guys on like ESPN were like pissed. They were like, "You just signed a new contract. How do you think the Redskins feel about you jumping over a bull in Spain?" It's like, because that's so stupid. Like
So stupid.
you just signed a new contract, a lot of money, and he secured money, and he was literally going out there like he potentially could have gotten injured like really easily. He jumped over a bull rushing at him. Let's talk about what's your least favorite sound. Eric said scallops. I don't know why. Eric was scallops. Like instead of saying scallops, like I'll take scallops. Like I'll have like baked scallops. Some people will be like, yeah, I'll have some scallops.
Oh,
like the way
favorite sound is.
he
the
said
word
that. He's
scallops?
like, I hate that. He hates how people mispronounce it. Mine is styrofoam on cardboard out of like a box.
I'm not a
and
fan
it's
of
just
sharp noises like knives against plates.
really.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. Like, I don't mind that. I don't know why. I can see what you're talking about. Like, if someone scrapes across a plate with, like, a knife. Okay, that's respectable. Does styrofoam bother you or no?
No.
Really? Me and Cam literally, like, the second I said styrofoam, he was like, oh my gosh. Like, it's so bad. All right, dude. Let's talk about who's your biggest inspiration, dude. We're coming towards the end of the podcast. Biggest inspiration.
Probably my dad.
Okay.
Because he came from absolutely nothing, and he just built it up, and now he's where he is today.
Yeah.
And that really shows, like, how hard he worked
Yeah.
to be, like, as successful as he is.
Yeah.
And, like, give me a good life, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that. That's good. I agree. I think a lot of people have chosen their dads, I think, on this podcast. I think, well, Cam said his dad or his grandfather, I think. What's your dream job right now? What do you think is still a dream of yours that is achievable?
A manager for the LA Rams.
Really?
Yep.
Why the LA Rams?
I want to live in LA.
Yeah?
I really like to watch football,
Yeah?
and I'm going into management.
Dude, you really want to live in LA?
Yeah.
You don't like partying, though.
But I like the weather.
LA's got a lot of
Sports
bad...
everywhere.
LA's got a lot of bad influences.
I know what you're saying, but
A lot of bad
I've
influences.
avoided it.
It's not as hard. It's easy to avoid it in Ipswich, but out there, what's your goal right now? I think I was talking about this before. It's always good to have short-term goals, so you always keep yourself disciplined and always working towards something. Me and Eric were talking about that yesterday. You want to live your life with a purpose and always be working towards something. So what's a short-term goal that you have right now? It can be something like
I'd say my
you wanna-
short-term goal is not get behind in school
yeah.
because I feel like college is really important.
I feel like I think if you work hard enough, I feel like you can easily hold a high GPA. I think like Nick Canzano was talking about, like I think he goofed around and I'm not sure if he like goofed or he kind of like goofed around in high school, he said, but then he got a 4.0 like this year, and it's like school is not that hard if you just actually like it's an understatement to like focus and put all you have into something, but like if you do it, really not that hard, and you can like clearly. I think I can easily get a 4.0 this year because it's like. Not like it's not like I would literally won't like have anyone around. It's gonna be like me, Zach, Drew, Max, Gibby. Like there's like just 5 people from Ipswich that I really know that are going there, and it's like it's not like they're distracting me though. It's not like I'm like super tight with them. Like I'm tight with them, but like not like to the point where it's like I have to hang out with them every day.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna be all good in college, though? You don't think you're not gonna get into anything? No.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you living at like just a normal dorm, right?
Yeah. Me and
So you and Dan in a room.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, dude. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I have nothing else here, really.
No.
What was your favorite team in high school that you were on for sports? And this is like, it's just completely open to your interpretation of your favorite year. It can be the people on it. It can be how well the team did.
Freshman year basketball.
Let's go, dude. That's what I was about to say. Kenny D, if you're watching this, I have no idea if you are.
Absolute man.
Bro. Eric was saying to me yesterday, we were playing, or no, like a while ago, we were playing like 2K8, and that's like the Celtics team. And it's like, Leon Poe came on the floor. He's like, "What's up, Leon?" Do you remember Kenny D? I don't know if he ever told you that story. He was at a Celtics game, like right next to the floor, you know, like where the players walk out and stuff. And he saw this guy, and he's like, "Wow, like he looks pretty like big. Like he's like 6'8", he's tall. Like he could easily have been a former player." And he's like, "It's Leon Poe." And like he was like walking by him, and coach was like, "What's up, Leon?" And he just like said that to him. I'll never forget that story. What was your favorite story with Kenny D though? Yo, that was a culture too.
That was the time he just noticed Ben blowing in Ben's ear.
Ben
Gibbs.
Yeah.
You couldn't remember his name. Blowing in Ben Yen's ear.
We talked about this on Eric's podcast.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was so funny. And then we haven't even brought up this one yet, but all right, first off, we would like literally go up there and grind our homework during like free period and that stuff, and we go there after school.
That was crazy.
I have videos of us after school just messing around with like Eric. We used to play like board games in there, like Jacob. We like hit up Shaw's or Palmo's. We could run back. We just chill in there and then practice and go home. That was a dope schedule.
Yeah.
Just everything. Because it's like we got all our work done, then we just had basketball, and then we got to go home and we could do whatever we want.
You guys could.
All right, but there was like one time we used to freestyle
We did.
a lot. We used to freestyle a lot. We were actually pretty good at it.
Me and Jack weren't that bad at it.
We definitely.
And it was Eric.
And there was Eric. All right, so there's one time so how we freestyled, it was like we would like say a line and then go to the next person. Go like we just like working around and that stuff. We had like some pretty dope. We had some dope ones for sure. And so we're starting up one. And we're just like, we're chilling in KD's room. KD, like Kevin
Downing.
Kenny. It's Ken Downing. I don't know why I just said Kenneth Downing. Kenneth Downing's room, like KD's room. And I don't even know if it was me or you who said that. And then Eric says, "I'm gonna fuck it with a broom." And it was probably like the most like, what?
Me and Jack looked at him. And we
started laughing so hard, and Mr. Downing's like looking at us. He's like, "What the? Like, what are you guys doing?" Because this was during school, and it's like we had like Philip in front of us, and a bunch of people were being quiet because it was like the extra help room. We couldn't stop laughing because Eric thought we said like Katie. Like Katie Gillis, right?
Apparently, yeah.
Or something like that. He said, "We're gonna fuck her with a broom." And I was like, what the dude? Eric's just quite the character. All right, man. You said you want to do good in school. Is there anything you really want to get accomplished by the end of 2019? Because I was watching, I think it was over a month ago or whatever, but we're already, literally a month ago, we're already halfway. We're halfway through 2019. A month over halfway through 2019.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. But let's hear it, dude. Like, what's some goals you're trying to do before that?
I recently started some acting classes.
Okay.
With Boston Casting.
Okay.
And I'm hoping to maybe get a gig by the end of the year.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I got some hookups, bro. I got you. No, I'm serious. People at my church that work there, or not work there, but like act there. Gilly also wants to. Well, Gilly wants to be an actor.
Yeah.
But it's like the thing is like it's like, I think I'm having Savannah Winster and a couple other like girls from that squad on, I think Thursday. But I want to hear their BS that the whole world of acting and music is so hard, I feel like, to get an actual role. Andrew Monroe, Connor's brother, is like on a Broadway show, which is dope. But it's like the thing is like I don't think Gilly's gotta understand, like, unless you gotta really work hard. You have no resume right now, Gilly. You just played high school sports. They're gonna look at you and be like, you have no acting experience, right? Because it's not like you can just show up on stage and do super good. Like I just don't think it's not always how it works. It's like Andrew's put in the time, and he definitely didn't get it for a while. He's a junior. He's gonna be a junior in college now, I think. And it's like, yeah, and he's finally getting like a Broadway show, which is super dope. A lot of people don't get to do that, but that's dope. Acting is sick. All right, man. Any last words? We're gonna end it here.
Just thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. All right, man. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.